Hola a todos, hoy os traigo un vídeo para practicar speaking de Aptis, así que toca poner en marcha todo lo que hemos aprendido en el vídeo anterior, todos esos trucos y consejos, practicar un montón y así poder reventar Aptis. No olvidéis suscribiros a nuestro canal de YouTube y seguirnos por todas las redes sociales. Si tenéis cualquier duda o cualquier comentario, por favor, dejadlo todo abajo, que os responderemos encantados a cualquier duda que tengáis. Así que no os entretengo más y buena suerte.
Part 1. In this part, I'm going to ask you 3 short questions about yourself and your interests. You will have 30 seconds to reply to each question. Begin speaking when you hear this sound. Tell me about your town.
My town is average size. It has a big train station and a smaller bus terminal. People usually ride their bicycle to work. There are more bicycles than cars in my town. That's why it's one of the most sustainable towns in the country. We protect the environment. I love living here. My town is great to spend time with children. It's full of playgrounds and parks.
What's the most interesting part of your town?
The most interesting part of my town is the city center. There's plenty of shops and restaurants. I really enjoy walking downtown at the weekend with my girlfriend. My town is also full of tourist areas like the river, the Royal Theatre and Palace, and, of course, 2 very big and very famous football stadiums.
What kinds of jobs do the people in your town do?
The people in my town are mostly office workers, standard 9-to-5 shifts with time off at the weekend. There are, however, some 24-hour jobs, such as policeman or policewoman, and the fire department, for example. They're always ready for action. A small group of people in my town work at the farms. They're in contact with nature and animals, especially cows.
Part 2. In this part, I'm going to ask you to describe a picture. Then I will ask you 2 questions about it. You will have 45 seconds for each response. Begin speaking when you hear this sound. Please describe this picture.
In this picture, I can see a young lady sitting on a bench with her legs crossed. She's wearing jeans, a black t-shirt, and white sandals. She's holding a black book. She seems interested in what she's reading. Her hair is long, dark, and wavy. In the background, I can see some trees. It's a sunny day. It's probably springtime because she's wearing a short-sleeve t-shirt. And the weather looks nice.
Do you read the same books now that you read when you were a child?
When I was a child, I used to read Dr. Seuss books. I love adventure stories. I used to stay up for hours and hours at night reading different books, and my parents would walk into the room and remind me it's time to go to bed because I had school the next day. Now I'm more into biographies of politicians or athletes and fiction books. I especially enjoy crime stories like Agatha Christie novels.
When do you think is the best time to read?
I'd say the best time to read is at night when everyone's asleep. The city dims down, everything stops. You can enjoy peace and quiet, take out a book, and slowly enjoy every single chapter, every single page of the novel you're into. I think reading on the train or on the bus is also a good way to avoid screen time and looking at our phones all day. So taking advantage of short trips in the city or maybe longer journeys at the weekend is a good way to keep up with our reading.
Part 3. In this part, I'm going to ask you to compare two pictures, and I will then ask you two questions about them. You will have 45 seconds for each response. Begin speaking when you hear this sound. Tell me what you can see in the photograph.
In the first picture, I can see 7 ladies dressed in white, wearing costumes, and doing what looks to be like a performance. 3 of them are standing on other people's shoulders, making a human tower, and they're also balancing plates on rods or long sticks. It really looks challenging. It's a lot of hard work. In picture 2, I can see 2 children playing outdoors. It's been snowing overnight, and they've gone out to play. They're building a snowman, wearing heavy coats, fur hats, and snow boots.
Why might the people have chosen to do these activities together?
In picture number 1, the 7 ladies might have chosen to do this activity together because they're all part of a team. They might be school friends who signed up to train for this many years ago. It looks like they're really enjoying themselves. In picture 2, the 2 children are either siblings or maybe best friends. They're playing outdoors even though it's cold.
What skills do they need?
In picture 1, you need balance to avoid falling from the other lady's shoulders. You also need a sense of balance to properly move the plates on top of these long sticks. You also need teamwork in order to help each other. In picture 2, the skills needed are teamwork and an ability to have fun together, outdoors, connecting with nature.
Part 4. In this part, I'm going to show you a picture and ask you 3 questions. You will have 1 minute to think about your answers before you start speaking. You will have 2 minutes to answer all 3 questions. Begin speaking when you hear this sound. Look at the photograph. Do you like to travel by train? Where do you usually go by train? When was the last time you traveled by train? You now have 2 minutes to talk.
I like traveling by train. It's so comfortable. You can sit back and relax, have a cup of coffee, read a book. You can also watch movies on your phone and even charge your phone and your laptop. You can also work using your laptop or any books or documents you bring on board. It's a very fast way of traveling, and it's cheaper than flying. It's also very safe. I usually go to my beach house by train. Every other weekend, we travel down to the coast to spend some quality family time together. The house belongs to my grandmother, and she really makes us feel at home. All our cousins are there, my nephews, my parents, even Grandma. We also like to barbecue during our time at the beach house. Watch the sunset with a hot dog or a patty burger. It's so fun. And the trip by train is so fast, you can barely take a short nap during the journey. It's only an hour. The last time I traveled by train was last month. I had a business trip in Barcelona, so we took a high-speed train. It only took us 2.5 hours to get there from Madrid, the capital. I had enough time to work, to go through my email, and to call my grandmother, thanks to the train's high-speed internet on board.